How's the shoulder?
Man.
Which one is it?
It's this one.
This one.
I would love to say it's great, but you know, I'm trying to go the non-surgery route.
Okay.
So that way I can be back in action. I gotta meet with a doctor about doing the PRP, the stem cell deal. I bought this stem machine. It's called an ARP. It's like some crazy Russian stem machine that contracts your muscles like 500 times a second. So I'm already to the point where I can lift my arm up.
Okay.
A few weeks back I couldn't do that.
Okay.
With no clicking, I was like right here. So
wow.
I'm getting better. But what am I in the rush for? Tell me who's the #1 contender? Like, for real, you're not just going to throw me in there. I done already beat one guy twice, beat the best grappler that's ever been in there, beat the best brawler that's ever been in there, and you got all these guys, these clowns bumping their gums.
Yeah.
Let the deck shuffle. You guys fight each other. I'm going to sit on the throne, watch, and let me see a clear #1 contender.
Sure.
Or guess what? I might go up to 185 and make Bisping and George St. Pierre see me because they obviously don't want to fight. So maybe it's time for me to take a move into a different weight division.
You have drawn the ire of GSP. GSP doesn't get upset easily, but I think he's mad at you.
I didn't get a chance to read. What did he say?
Yeah, he was on my show.
He said he's not scared.
He wasn't happy with what you said about him being scared.
Oh, you should have said that yesterday when I saw him.
Oh, you saw him?
Yeah.
Oh, he's here?
No, 2 days ago. I was in LA.
Wild card?
And I was standing right down the street from Wild Card. I said, let me walk in there because that's my family. I walked in there, talking to Marie, talking to Freddie.
Yeah.
And they was like, George is going to be here in 10 minutes.
Oh, yes.
I was like, I ain't got no issue with George. And to George, I talked to him, smiled, laughed, talked about weight. I have no problem with what I said. It's
he didn't
honest
mention
truth.
it to you, though.
No, I didn't. What did he say, though?
He said he was upset. He said, oh, I'm going off the top of my head now. There's a lot going on, but like saying that he heard your comments. Afraid? What do you mean afraid? I'm the greatest welterweight of all time.
I'm the greatest welterweight of all time. Come prove me wrong.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's it.
Are you hoping that he loses so that he comes back down?
Nah, he's not gonna come. You can't lose and come back down and fight me for a strap.
Why not?
I'm not
seen the UFC the last couple of years?
I'm not gonna say no to it, but I just don't think that's gonna be his mentality. I don't take back one word. I'll say it to his face. I feel like George St. Pierre was the greatest welterweight of all time in his era. I feel like he's done what he needed to do as far as defending the belt in that division. Now he set the platform for the pay-per-view model. He can come back now. He has the pass to come back now and say, hey, it's a lot of money happening. You know, the world is viewing MMA in a different lens. I want to come back and participate in something I helped build. There's no shame in this game. But don't act like you're coming back to run the middleweight division or coming back to run the welterweight division. Had Wonderboy won, he would have fought him. It's a less dangerous fight. Damian Maia is a less dangerous fighter. The same thing I did to Damian Maia, he probably would have done the same thing. It would have been very tough to take him down. George just has probably some of the best timing that we've ever seen between him and Dominique Cruz.
Yeah.
It's very tough to get him to the ground. You've seen Koscheck, Fitch, some of the top wrestlers have problems not only not taking him down, but being taken down by him.
Yeah.
Johnny Hendricks. So that's what I think. And also, if you remember, when he left the sport, he had a lot of conversations about concussions. And what person in the UFC pound for pound punches harder than me? Roman Johnson's gone.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about pound for pound, nobody punches harder than me. I'm going to give him a concussion, maybe many of them. So that's what I think, and I stand by it. If he was sitting right here, I wouldn't say nothing different.
Back to the Daily Grind. The channel's getting false flagged by triggered trolls, so make sure you subscribe to the new channel. Let's get to the MMA news. Tyron Woodley's coming out and he's doubling down on his GSP scared claims. I mean, he's being careful how he says it. He's not coming out and saying the exact words, GSP scared of me. But he's saying GSP scared of concussions, GSP doesn't want a dangerous opponent, GSP wants to fight someone that's not me. Like, he's saying everything except for the words GSP is scared. But he's still saying, you know, kind of saying GSP scared in a roundabout way, which GSP responded to, and GSP said, I'm scared of everybody. I mean, I'm scared of every time I walk into the octagon. You're supposed to be scared as a fighter. And which if you remember, I said, well, if you're going to admit you're scared of everybody, you got to admit there's levels to this shit. You got to admit you're more scared of Tyron Woodley than a fucking lightweight coming up to fight you. I mean, if you're admitting you're scared of everybody, there is levels. So, he kind of said Tyron Woodley was right a little bit, even though he said he was scared of everyone. Well, now, he still didn't like Tyron Woodley's comments. Tyron Woodley's responded and said, well, I just seen him. If he didn't like my comments, why didn't he say something to me, you know? Elaborating like that's proving his point. GSP don't want no smoke, or GSP would have said something to me. So, I mean, regardless of all that, he like he said, GSP helped build the UFC into the pay-per-view model it is, and now he wants to come back and capitalize with MMA in the spotlight. And now, not only that, man, GSP's about to get a good paycheck, man. This worked out for him. He gets in the first huge pay-per-view after Mayweather-McGregor, and he gets pay-per-view shares coming back to Bisping. Woo, good shit, GSP. That's good shit. That you can't do nothing but be happy for that man for that, because there's gonna be a rub from Conor McGregor on that, because it's at Madison Square Garden. Conor McGregor fought there first, so they're gonna be playing Conor McGregor replays. They're gonna be talking about May Mack, GSP, Michael Bisping. That's probably gonna be they're already gonna stack the card. I can't wait for UFC 217, man. But yeah, so Tyron Woodley, he's saying, man, GSP, he came through the gym and he didn't say anything to him, and he said he feels like he's the best welterweight of all time. Tyron Woodley said, I'm the best welterweight of all time. Come prove me wrong. And with that being said, you have to, you don't have to agree, but I think today Tyron Woodley would beat GSP at welterweight. Now, GSP's going to middleweight. He could have came back to middleweight. Now, he does have the argument, well, I want to go up to a new weight class because I've already done middleweight. But it's like, you're not coming back. You know, I don't know if he's not coming back to run middleweight. He said he's coming back for money fights, and if he loses, he's going to retire again. So I'm thinking he's just coming back for the biggest possible fights, the biggest, like most guys. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. The biggest fight for the biggest, easiest fight. So whoever's got the most reward for the lowest risk is who these guys usually fight. So who is that? That's Michael Bisping. He's got more of a entire country behind him, even though Tyron Woodley does have a buzz. He's got a lot of fans and he's got a lot of haters, so that does translate to a lot of attention. So Tyron Woodley's stock is higher than people think, because even if you don't like Tyron Woodley, you know Tyron Woodley. It's better that people hate you than to not know you. So everybody still knows Tyron Woodley. Everybody would root for GSP to beat Tyron Woodley, because GSP would be the hero. Tyron Woodley would be the villain. That would be a marketable fight. So you can't really say he wouldn't sell. He would sell. He was on the John Jones pay-per-view. He was on UFC 205. He's got John Jones, Conor McGregor rub. Tyron Woodley's a lot bigger of a star than a lot of you think. There's some people I know that like literally don't know shit about MMA that know Tyron Woodley, and they're fans. I mean, now give it I don't want to bring race into it. You know, it is some of like my fucking black casual fans. You know, I'm mixed, so I got white and black casual fans. I got Mexican, Asian, all that shit. I know a lot of people. So you know, and they know Tyron Woodley, huge fans of Tyron Woodley, you know, and it might just be because of the news he's made with Dana White. Oh, Dana White versus Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley says the UFC is racist. You know, that just might make some fucking people who think everybody's racist be like, oh shit, hold on, there's somebody being racist, let me go get on here. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. I'm not being stupid with that, but that's literally because I was like, what, dude? You don't even, they know John Jones, they know Conor McGregor, but it's like, you don't know anybody, you don't even watch MMA, dude, and you know Tyron Woodley. I was actually surprised, and it's because he's made big headlines. He's been on big cards, been on cards with Conor McGregor, been on cards with John Jones, you know, Joanna Jacek, you know, so Tyron Woodley is actually a bigger star than people think. So when GSP talks about the stock market, Tyron Woodley's stock isn't too far under Michael Bisping's, but I would say, I mean, not even being an asshole, a lot of people would rather fight Michael Bisping than Tyron Woodley, and I mean, there's proof to that. There's literally proof to that, to say that, because when Michael Bisping became the champion, every single top 5 opponent wanted to fight him. People from different divisions wanted to fight him. People wanted to come out of retirement to fight him. Everybody is like attacking Michael Bisping like a hawk while he's the champion. Everyone feels like he's the easiest champion to take. And since the belt comes with the money, people want to take that belt from the easiest person possible, man. People been coming out here and treating Michael Bisping like a victim out here. I promise it's disrespectful how many people want to fight Michael Bisping, but Tyron Woodley's the opposite. Nobody wants smoke with Tyron Woodley. Nobody's like, I want to fight next for the title, except for Jorge Masvidal, but he just lost, and that's even his teammate. He just wants the belt. He'll fight anybody, anytime, anywhere. He's that guy. But a lot of people don't want to fight Tyron Woodley in the top 5. I mean, Robbie Lawler doesn't want to fight Tyron Woodley right now. Damian Maia, he might take the rematch, but he just lost. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, I'm sure he don't want to fight Tyron Woodley again right now. I mean, you know, there's no one talking about coming up 15 pounds to fight Tyron Woodley. Conor McGregor's not approaching that subject. He's spoken about it, but what did his manager just say? What did Conor McGregor's manager just say? He said Conor McGregor wants a trilogy with Nate Diaz, but Lee, Ferguson, Nurmagomedov, and Holloway are options. He didn't say Woodley's name. That's very interesting. Out of just options, he didn't mention Woodley. That'd be a big fight. So that'd be a bigger fight probably than Max Holloway, or I don't know about Khabib, but Conor McGregor going for his third belt versus Tyron Woodley after the whole Mayweather-McGregor thing. They've got some history behind. That would fucking sell. So Conor McGregor's manager didn't mention Tyron Woodley as an option. So no one's talking about coming up in 15 pounds from. There's no one in the lightweight division that wants to fight Woodley. I mean, there's probably some people that would fight Woodley at 185 if Woodley came up, but none of them that can make 170 will fight him. So with that, you see the different dynamics. Everybody wants to fight Bisping. Nobody wants to fight Woodley. And so who's the easier fight just off of that alone, just using logic? I mean, you would think Bisping, because everybody wants to take his belt. No one really thinks they can take Tyron's. And GSP, he was a welterweight. Back in his heyday, he never wanted to go up in weight classes. He never wanted to go up and make history back in the day and fight Anderson Silva. He never wanted to. But now that Bisping's the champion, he's coming back to fight Bisping over Woodley. And he's saying, oh, it's because I want to go up and, break history. It's like, you really just want the biggest payday possible. It doesn't, to me, whoever's got the biggest following, the biggest, the most support, that's who GSP wants to fight. It's got nothing to do with breaking history. Oh, I want to fight at another weight class. I want to do this or that. I mean, he would fight Conor McGregor if he was able to at 170. He wouldn't give a fuck about moving up to 185 if Conor McGregor said, I'll fight you at 170 tomorrow. So it's all about the money with GSP right now. So with that being said, how much more of a draw is Bisping than Tyron Woodley? I would be interested in seeing like Bisping versus Henderson numbers versus like Tyron Woodley when he headlined a card numbers. That would be interesting to me, because I honestly believe, just off the top of my head, that Tyron Woodley's probably a bigger draw, just with the hate and with the love and the hate that he brings. People want to see Tyron lose. I think if you brought GSP in versus Tyron, it would be like a hero versus a villain. With Michael Bisping, he's not as much of a villain as Tyron Woodley. People kind of see Michael Bisping as like a troll, and he really shouldn't have the title. They don't really see him as somebody that can win. Now, Tyron Woodley's like a super villain, a guy that is going to be hard to beat, but you want to see him lose. That's really how the persona comes out, with the complaining and the Dana White beef and backing down and all that shit, So I think that Tyron Woodley, I don't know. I can't give you the exact numbers, but I do think Tyron Woodley would be potentially a bigger fight than Michael Bisping, because there's not as much of a what the fuck factor, because it's like, not only is all you need is the GSP's coming back to dethrone Tyron Woodley and take his belt back, rather than GSP's coming back to a new weight class for some reason versus the guy that shouldn't probably have the belt. It's like a lot weirder. So I think Tyron Woodley, the Tyron Woodley fight actually makes more sense, just thinking about it. Come back and get the belt you left. You left because USADA and all of this stuff. Well, now that USADA's here, come show them what the fuck you were talking about. Get that belt back and say the sport's clean. This is my fucking belt. I wanted to show y'all. You still get your money with Tyron Woodley, because they're going to put you on a card like UFC 205, and they're going to stack it to the T, so you're going to get paid regardless. So Tyron Woodley does have a little bit of credence to what he's saying, but GSP can really do whatever he wants, I guess, You can't really call him scared as the champion who or whatever. Tyron Woodley can call him scared. You can call him it if you want in the comments. I'm not going to say he's scared. I will say that he said he's scared, and there is levels to this shit. So, technically he is scared, since he said he's scared of everybody. But still, man, I think Tyron Woodley actually has some good points here. And I actually think Tyron Woodley might. I'm interested to see what you guys have to say in the comments. Who do you think would sell more out of Bisping and Woodley? Because Bisping's got a lot of hate. I'm sure a lot of people would like to see GSP beat Bisping. A lot of people would like to see if GSP could beat Woodley. I'm talking about Woodley. A lot of people would like to see GSP beat Woodley. I don't think there's as many people clamoring to see GSP beat Michael Bisping. I could be wrong. I'm sure in their respective countries that the fight's a lot bigger than worldwide. But I just think, you know, there's the worldly aspect to fucking, I mean, I'm not trying to bring race into it, but, you know, just like Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor, you know, there'd be some type of fucking, Tyron Woodley would say somebody's racist. People would start to hate Tyron, want to see him lose. GSP's the hero coming back to the division he left because of cheaters. I really think that build-up could be huge. So, I mean, it does look a little bit like GSP's handpicking his opponents here, which he has the right to do because he's returning. But, I mean, I wish he would, I don't know if he can be, I don't even know. I just wish, in my opinion, GSP's coming back and taking the fight, the easiest fight for the most money, and that's what everybody does. But I don't think he's just came out and said that. Even Bisping has said, we know why you're fighting me. It's because I'm the easiest fight for the most money. So with that being said, I'm interested to see what you guys have to say in the comments. It is what it is. Let the haters know the fuck you tap, Matt. Dude. What's the leading cause of death with lesbians? Hairballs.